or they are half party. Yes, it's their Valentine's party they're having. Mm-mm-mm. I can't put much up a carry pushing. Oh, I can't fix that. Good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please, as you come. Night, night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. People, happy Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day to you all. For those who celebrate Valentine's Day, I hope it was a wonderful day for you. Now, people, I know a lot of individuals, they are watching what is going on in the UK with the Vybz Cartel case. And I saw something on social media with one of the young lady that used to be in his group. And this young lady basically, at one point, it was out there that she went through a lot when she was with them, meaning certain type of abuse and so forth. I don't know if it's true, but it was what we hear, how them used to do her. Now, she came and she was speaking on a popular YouTuber page. And during the interview, the person asks if she forgive him for what happened. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Just hit the like button for me. She asks if she forgive him for what happened. And the young lady basically said that for a while she didn't, but right now it doesn't really matter because she have moved on past that and so forth. And you see, when I was watching it, I was like, wow. Because if what I get to understand happened with this young lady and she can come on social media now and say basically she forgive this man and his cronies for what they did to her, it goes to show that she's a strong woman. Because I know anybody can go through certain things, and at the end of the day they can come and they can say that, oh, you know that I've moved on past it, I forgive the person that caused the harm and so forth. Will heap of people until today would have that person hope in their heart. So when I was watching, I was like, wow, this is a good girl, because Walipa woman, Walipa we can do it. And today is Valentine's Day. And what came to mind? Hit the like button for me, please, all. Please hit the like button. What came to mind is that right now, whole heap of people out there and they're miserable. They're thinking that it's Valentine's and they don't have any love and so forth. I don't really believe in this Valentine's thing, because I believe if you're with someone, it's supposed to be 365 or 66 days for the year. Every single day, you're supposed to show the person love. So I'm not really into the Valentine's thing because it's supposed to be every single day. You have some woman and some man, them sit down and then wait on special occasions to give their spouse a little token, just to let them know that, hey, I appreciate you, I love you. They wait until Valentine's Day, Christmas, and so forth. But I believe that if you're with someone, you're supposed to let the person know every single day how much you appreciate them. If you happen to go out one day and you come across something and you say, oh, you know what, this would look good, Pam babes, you buy it, you get it wrap up, and you carry it, go give them. So we don't have anything against the day, but That's just my personal opinion. So anyone who want to celebrate it, they can do so. I Miss Lewis, good night. Angela, good night. Thank you so much for joining. So I know that right now, whole heap of females, especially, they are sitting down in a little corner, feeling miserable, want beat up themselves, and them a complain. And I said this. Why? Because they never forgive someone that caused them harm. They never forgive the person and move on. They have up the person in their heart until today. And they're sitting down and maybe they're thinking about, oh, imagine, him a go buy her a gift. Him a go do this for her and so forth. Because I saw we woman think, I the greatest, good night, good night. That's how we females think. So she might be sitting in a corner, imagine, in gone out, no gone take her for dinner. Or imagine he must buy her a big basket and he not even carry nothing come give him pitney. He not even carry no. You have some females in some corner right now. That is what they're saying. That is what they're saying. And why? Because they don't forgive the person that done. Hi, Sandra, good night, good night. That did them something. They don't forgive the person. So they're still sitting down, a cuss, a bite up themselves about it, not knowing how to move on. But there is a quote: there is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. Because you see, the funny thing is, nobody where we eat not going to hurt us. Because you see, true, you don't like them, their opinion, no matter what, it's not going to move you. You don't care what they think about you because there is no love for that person. So if that person want to look at you and say, yeah, Delilah, yeah, Jezebel, it doesn't really matter. But you see, when you know that you care for someone and you love that person, that person can hurt you because you have this person, you hold this person at a highest team. You never expect the person to do this to you and so forth. And sometimes we sit and we say, I can't believe say I mean do that. Me who treated so good, me who a good woman and all of them. Something there, that's what we do. We tend to beat up ourselves about it. And sometimes people will say, oh, him do me something and until today they may not forgive him about it. And you might look on the person and you say, oh, you love the person, or and they might say, no, I not like him, I hate him like what? If you did hate him, guess what? You wouldn't have up the person. If you did hate the person, you wouldn't have up the person none at all. Because what they think of you, it don't really matter. Business about them, them can't do anything and you just look on it and it just, okay. It's like you're going somewhere and this person looking at you and telling you that they don't like your outfit. You don't like this person, and the person looking at you and telling you that you don't like their outfit. You're going to look at them and you're going to say, okay, because to you, you're like, that's good. I never want you to like it in the first place. So I remember when I saw this quote, there is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. I'm like, yep, that is so true. That is so true, and it is what we tend to forget. Somebody who we don't have any feelings for, we're not going to have up the person in our heart. We're not going to struggle to forgive the person. But you see, when you know what you have done for that person, how you feel about that person, and that person go and hurt you, that's when it's hard for you to forgive the person. Because you know that you had the person's best interest at heart all along. So on Valentine's Day, Valentine's night, for every single soul out there who have up somebody, because that person have done you some wrong, please understand, let go. If you want to move on, if you want to heal, let go. Because until you let go, you're going to realize that you will never be truly happy. So you have to understand that you have to let go. Some people say, but me not have nothing to forgive the person over. And you might wonder, okay, so why you say the person hurt you? And then you're going to say, you don't have anything to forgive the person. But to you, you might say it was nothing. But you see, once it causes your anger, Once you still have up the person in your heart, you have to learn to forgive. So when you look, whole heap of people out there until today date, they don't know how. They've not learned to forgive. It's, and you know, I'm tell you who are the craziest set of individuals or whole of people, baby mothers. Me not joke. When you listen to some baby mothers and they talk about the baby daddy, I saw a post on social media of this popular, she's on TikTok now, and she was saying basically she just had a baby. She was saying that she not gonna let the person come around her child, and all sort of something. She has said it pitney not have no father. And I'm like, come on. Why you think she's saying that? Because the gentleman did something that upset her, that anger her, and now she's saying that the man can't come around and in pitney, him not have no say in the child's life. And when you really look at it, I know she alone make the pitney. And the two of them make it, and yet still she's coming out now to say something like that. And it's when right there you realize she have him up, she not forgive him, and I don't know when that girl is going to forgive that man for what he did. And even when you look at some other individuals, celebrities and so forth, you hear them talk and they must say, who him? In a business with him pitney, him not helping Pitney in this and everything. And then you wonder why. When you check a stat sometime, it's because of the female make the man them not help. Because they don't know how to forgive the person, even if they can't forgive the person for themselves, forgive the person for the sake of the child. Because you know that really and truly you want that person to be in the child's life. So you forgive the person. When you forgive the person, it no means say you forget. They have this saying, forgive and forget. I understand that because you can forgive, but you have to know that you're not going to forget it. So you have one heap of them will tell you, are the worst baby daddy that, are the worst man. Him know this, him know that, and you wonder what happened. When him do to the child, him abuse the child, and they will tell you, no, him not abuse the child, him take care of it. Yeah, him do this, and then when you wonder, how is he the worst father? And when you listen to them same one I tell you say the person that do nothing to the pitney. The person take care of them child, but yet still he's the worst dad. Why? Because the man either got cheat on them, the man do something to them will hurt them. So now they're saying that it's the worst dad. They will do certain things trying to prevent that child from having a relationship with the man because them not forgive the man, then still have up the man in a them heart. So I know for sure that forgiveness, it might, well, it is hard. You can't just get up so and say you're going to forgive somebody. It is hard. But at least what you can understand is that when you forgive that person, it free you. It it literally free you. When you forgive someone, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder. You feel free. You know, have up the person again and so forth. When you forgive someone, it doesn't mean that you and them is going to go back to being friend. You forgive them and you love them at a distance. As so me look at it. Hi, blessed one. Good night. Good night. That's how I look at it. And when you look at it sometime, you might say, okay, I'm going to try work this out with the person. And you and them, you can sit, you have a discussion, trying to understand why the person did what they did. And you see, sometimes when you sit and you try to find the cause of the problem, you have this feeling of understanding, sometimes even compassion for the next person. Because you see, when you sit and you listen to the story, or you listen to the reason why the person did certain things, you say, oh, I can understand. And sometimes you'll sit there and you'll say to yourself, and look how all along me I cuss him out, or me I cuss her out, and me have her up in my heart, and look at this. And maybe even that individual might look at you a certain way, and when both of you now decide that, oh, let's try to work out our problems, let's sit together and work it out. Both of you now realize that because you forgive each other, it made the relationship even stronger. You see, you have some good man out there and some good woman. They will be in relationship with this person for years and everything going on fine. Everything going on fine. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Right, everything going on fine in the Kirk, everything going on fine in the relationship, And this person, this the one thing, and you say, you know what, me can't forgive the person, Whether it be the person forget your birthday, the person never give you a Valentine's gift, the person never give you a Mother's Day gift, or if the person go and decided that they're going to flirt with someone or cheat with someone, you decide say you can't forgive the person over it. You have up the person, and you and this person in a relationship, this is your spouse. You and the person in the relationship, you have up the person over it. Every day you cuss the person. And sometimes the person has to wonder, how make she so miserable? She just miserable and nine and nag me day in, day out. Because the person don't realize what they did, The person don't know what them do for anger you. But you every day get up now with your annoying self, miserable self, and nag the man. And sometimes the man I wonder, how will me do her? Last week, me and her good, me left her a yard Friday, and everything all right. Because to him, Friday was just a normal day, not knowing that Friday was your birthday or the anniversary. So in leave your Friday, go to work. For the whole day, you sit down and look on the phone if you go member, in no member. Saturday come now. Friday night, reach home, nothing. You have up the man because the man forget the anniversary or the birthday. You have up the man for 1 week straight, not talk to him. The poor man start wonder, oh, what happened? When you now explain to him, you'd be surprised to know that because that person had a rough day at work, maybe the person and the boss had a falling out or something else happened. The person don't remember, or maybe it's one of those person where they have to store everything in their phone. You know them people that will have to store everybody birthday in a Google in order for them not to forget. Maybe that person is like that. So you realize that that one thing affect the entire relationship. Him start look for you say you're miserable. Him decide say him go stay back at work. Him now come home to you because you're miserable and so forth. You see, when both of you now sit down and you have the discussion and everything and you explain to him what happened, and maybe he will explain to you the reason why he forget about it, you realize that the relationship continue nice and sweet. So just imagine now, whether it be for a week, 3 days or whatever, you have up this person and say you're not gonna forgive the person over it, and then when you and that person sit down now, you say, okay, then me understand. That is what happened to whole heap of we. And because of that, you have up the person that have done you something, You see, the weirdest thing when I always realize, somebody will do you something, and the person not even realize what them do you, You have up the person in your heart, you cuss the person night and day, every minute you cuss the person, the person don't realize that they did something to you. You have up the person in your heart, the person and look and say, well, are you alone it a hurt, Because the person don't know. Are you every day when you see the person, you make your blood pressure go up and you start cuss and so forth. Sometimes when you look on someone with face long, it just looks sour. Your face just look miserable because of what the person did to you. When you look at the person is smiling, the person is happy. The person don't have one care in the world about you. And you're sitting there now, stress yourself over the situation. You sitting there getting sick over the situation, your blood pressure go up because you can't forgive this person. This person don't remember nothing about you. I live them life. I enjoy them life. This person will go all over the place. Every minute you see them go on trip and so forth, while you're sitting there in misery because you can't forgive the person. You can't come to terms with what the person did to you and understand that, guess what? This is a part of life. We're going to encounter people, they are going to hurt us. Is how we deal with the situation, that is what is going to determine the type of relationship that you're going to have, and that is going to determine your emotional state. Because if you have up the person, it is going to affect you. So we just have to understand that at times, not forgiving someone, it harms us even more than you think. And you might sit there, accuse the person, I said this and I said that, and you think, say, you're doing good to the person. No, you're hurting yourself, not forgiving, because you have that hatred in you. And the least little thing, make us stick to the woman and man problem now. Sometimes you have some woman and then going on this relationship, the relationship bad, the man give them bone left, right, and center. And they will move on from that relationship. Going on one next relationship, no. And when they're in that relationship, him, I pay bone him give me. That's why me not trust man. Man, you realize that you carry the same thing into the new relationship. You start to cuss out man. You start to cuss out woman and say all females are user, woman are this, because of what the person did to you, and because you don't forgive the person, you don't move on. You realize that it is damaging your relationship that you're in now, because guess what? You have it in your head, everybody are the same. You see, sometimes when you go to the person and you say, I want for you to tell me, what was the reason why you cheated on me? Some, they will tell you that I couldn't control myself, or they will tell you that they were searching for something else. Some will tell you, say, hey, guess what? You were lame in the bedroom. You were this, you can't cook. You don't know how to dress. You don't know how to put yourself together. So when you now try to find out, you can sit and you can do, okay then, all right, maybe I'm right, maybe me need to go do me ear, maybe my ear tough. Say I'm right? Maybe me need to stop wearing long woman skirt here or something. Maybe me need to just start going at the bed at night time in something nice and stop wearing them all maternity night here. Because sometimes you realize, you now understand why the person did what they did, and maybe deep within yourself that that's who you are. Because this is sometimes when people say certain things, you can associate it with yourself, yet because you already identify that within you. So if somebody look upon you and somebody tell you say you're miserable, and say you're miserable, it's not going to come anyway, because you already know within yourself say you're miserable bad. If somebody look upon you and tell you say you're mean, like spin, you already know that. So you can look in yourself and you can say, okay. So it's just the same thing. If you have someone and they tell you that, okay, me do that because you're boring. Me do that because you wear long nighty, your maternity nighty coming out the bedroom, and no matter how me I tell you if you get lingerie, you can't get no lingerie. You see, even tonight, some man gone home, and then reach home to their wife, and them say, yes, man, a Valentine's Day. Finally, she go put on that whole woman nighty day. She go put on one lingerie tonight and a string and a this. Maybe that the man I think, I imagine now the man stepping at the bedroom. When see the same granny nighty are greeting, the same bingo are greeting. Where you think I got happen? He might just look at her, and just kiss him teeth and walk out. And maybe she might be in the bed expecting that he's going to come, cuddle and something. So now she might, within herself, might start cuss and say certain things, not realizing that maybe the gentleman was just expecting something nice to greet him when he entered the bedroom, but instead he's seeing the old woman nighty. Instead, he must see this long pajama pants. He must see nothing. When would I say, okay, yes. And that's what caused a lot of problems. it caused a whole heap of problem. So we now just have to understand that we have to look at ourselves and understand that, okay, then, not forgiving this person might cause me more harm than good. Let me try to find out why this person did this. Because anytime you do that, you try to find out the reason why, trust me, you are going to feel good. You're going to be amazed, especially when you can connect with it. Because you see, if you can't connect with it, that is where the problem is going to be. You see, sometimes when you step out, you have some of the people then with miserable, with bitter. And a lot of times people tend to wonder why this person is so miserable, why this person is so bitter. When you listen, is na 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 na, the least little thing, na 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 na. Everything they say, they're ready to find fault at it. The least little thing somebody will say to them, a problem, you realize that them always ready to go cut off somebody because of how they feeling it within themselves. You see, sometimes you have some men, and I'm telling you because I remember I had a discussion with a young boy before, and this young man, mother did him something. You see, because of what his mother did him, do to him couldn't forgive her. And because of that, him grew up and him have this thing for females. You realize that him hurt females like crazy. Him not cherish females and so forth. Even in baby mother, he never treat her good. And when you check a stack, guess where it's coming from? It is coming from the relationship that he had with his mother. And you see, because he never forgive the mother, even when the mother explained to him why she did what she had to do, because him still not understand it, him not move on from it. You realize a relationship where the person supposed to have, it's still damage. It's still damage. And maybe this person is looking at themselves and say, okay, then me no business about it. Me no business about my mother again or anything. She can't stand it. Not realizing that because them still have up their mother, they not learn to forgive their mother. Every relationship that they go through, they go in, the relationship will fall apart. Every female I tell them say, oh, you don't love me, you can't treat me good, you don't respect me. Why? Because of the relationship. So you have to understand that sometimes not forgiving someone, it prevents you from having a good relationship. It prevents you from enjoying life overall. Me know somebody and the person will tell you straight up, they naga St. Mary. And you wonder, yeah, so I will St. Mary do you? And the St. Mary do them nothing. I just want somebody at St. Mary do them something. Once somebody at St. Mary do them something. And because of the one person at St. Mary, they said them naga St. Mary, then cut off St. Mary overall. So you realize that when you have up something in your heart, have up somebody, it'll rob you. It'll rob you because you're so wrapped up in it. You can't enjoy the moment that you're in. You still remember what the ex-husband did to you. You're still remembering what the ex-boyfriend did to you, the ex-girlfriend, the ex-wife. You don't move past that. So because you're still remembering, if your person call you and say, babes, we're going to reach home late tonight. You sit up, you see 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Maybe the man is at work working. But because of what the ex-husband did to you, you call him. Yes, me think me no know say I woman yard you there. You there a woman yard, but you there a work. Not a work yet. All of that. That a time maybe the man just on the job or work the OT because he want to provide for you. That's just it. And it's the same thing with females. Maybe I had a female that used to say she had got a country, go spend time with her mother. When she really had got a country, go spend time with the ex-boyfriend and so forth. Now you get a female now, nice girl, everything. And she tell you that, oh, I'm going to go here weekend, go spend some time. What happened? Because you don't forgive your ex for what she did. You're thinking that this one now is going to country or going to town wherever, overseas, go spend time with man. So because You don't learn to forgive people. You continue to let it rob you of relationship, the good moments where you can enjoy because you don't forgive somebody. You see, anytime you really and truly forgive somebody, that person can come, stand before you, and you and them can have a discussion. You don't have no ill feeling about the person. You just wish the person best and you just move on from that. You realize sometimes you have some people and they're suffering from some mental condition. And when you check it out, why you think them are suffer? Because them have up people, they don't know how to forgive. So because of that, then we tell you that, oh, we not keep friend, they don't have anybody close to them because of what people do to them. They don't understand that in this life, you're going to encounter people. We all have different personality, different belief. So because we all have different personality, different belief, we're all going to do things differently. You might find one and two person where you all might be on the same page with something, but guess what? At the end of the day, every single one of us have a brain. We think differently. So nobody don't think the same. And because we don't think the same, somebody is going to do something that is going to offend you. Now, how you deal with that problem is going to determine the type of relationship that you have with the person and even with others that you're going to encounter. Me can, you see right now, maybe one man in a one corner, and he man look, and he did it, and he man remember last year, them time, him and his wife sit down, or his girlfriend sit down and have a good dinner, and the woman left him, and he sit down and he man plan certain things, what am I going to do to the woman, He man plan, not realizing that maybe that person left you because guess what? The person was just, I never feel. Maybe the right person out there are wait upon you, and because you're so caught up with what the person did, you're sitting back and you're looking at you're looking back at the life that you and that person used to have, not realizing that guess what? There is always better. Always better. So just because you and that person had a good relationship, a better one is out there waiting for you. It's just for you now to forgive and move on. That's the only thing. Just forgive people and move on. So when we hear the lady come out, and she has said she forgive him, because this is a woman when them say then basically they beat up and pull heap of something they did to her. Gaza. What's her name? Gaza King? Something like such a name. And when you hear she said she forgive him, it don't really matter. She said it don't really matter if he come out or not, it's not. You say, okay. Okay, she forgive him. And if she can come and she can say that, okay, yes, me forgive him. Yeah. Yes, when you look on social media, why you think so much miserable people they on social media? What if them when you see on social media, they're miserable because them have up somebody in them heart. They don't know how to forgive that person for a wrong. So because of that, then come, they're miserable day in, day out. They might make that one person I rob them of the joy that they can have. Because you see, when you look at social media, I am in Jamaica right now, and maybe I have people on here watching from overseas all over, because social media it gives you that connection that you can have with people right across this world. And just imagine if me come now and me start cuss, nobody here not do me anything wrong. And me just decide say me I come on my platform and me I go cuss. Me I go tell you the most colorful words and all sort of things because of what my brother did to me, my mother did to me, my friend did to me. Me come and take it out. It's just going to leave a bad taste in people's mouth. People are going to look at you and people are going to say, oh, a mad woman that woman did not have no sense, that woman did this, that woman did that. So we just have to understand that when somebody do you wrong, you just have to forgive them, move on. It can only get better. It now go get no worse. When I find weird though, at times people do some stuff, I'm the type of person, I always say, me give strike 1, 2, 3, you're out. That's how me look on life. And you see, sometimes somebody do you something once. You say, all right, then me forgive. Twice. Okay. And then the third time again, and you say, no, 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 you can't do that. Because we have to understand sometime, the person do it to you, all right, you forgive the person. You say, okay, the relationship going to continue. The person do it again, you forgive the person, the relationship is going to happen. The third time, you forgive the person. Don't let the relationship continue, because clearly the person is going to come the fourth, fifth, sixth time and do it again. So you forgive the person and you learn to love the person from a distance. You forgive the person and you move on. Because if you don't do that, you're going to rob yourself the joy that you can have in life. You're going to rob yourself. Okay. Good night, Rodney Stevens. Double T. Okay. Hush. I don't know why you put that, but hush. Don't know why. Hold on there. Rodney is having a bad day. Hush, Rodney. You never get no Valentine's gift or nothing. Hush. Maybe that's why. Yeah, so we just have to understand, say, we can't let people rob us of our joy. We just have to know, say, everybody personality is different. We're not gonna find the exact thing where we are look for in life. Because you might sit and you might plan, say, okay, then I want this, I want that, I want that. No, you won't get it like that. So we just have to learn to work with what we get. Nobody is not perfect. They will make the mistake, they will come and everything. Now, how you deal with it, that will determine it. Because it don't make no sense sometimes, when you look on some woman, they're stuck in a relationship, day in, day out, then cuss the man. They have nothing good to say about the man, but yet still, they are still in the relationship. They now left the relationship. Day in, day out, them tell you how the man give them bone and everything, and how the man do this to them. And you wonder why you keep on complaining if you're still in the relationship. And when you check it out, you might say, okay, maybe the person forgive the person. That's the reason why they're still in the relationship. But when you look at it sometime, the person don't forgive the person. The person is still in the relationship, but they don't forgive the person. They're still in the relationship because to them, they can't do any better. To them, they won't be able to pay the rent. They won't be able to buy food. They won't be able to send the kids to school and to do certain things. So they stick to the relationship. You have some married couples, and right now, one day in a back room, one day in a front room. Why? Because them know that the two of them put their NHT benefit together and buy the house. So right now, none of them now go and move out, They now want to move out. And people might look and people might say, oh, them live together, they're happily married, everything. But guess what? Right now, one of them all up one. One of them have up one another, the other one. So because them have up them one another, they can't move on from what the other person do. The weird thing is, I always say to people that whenever you come in, you have a relationship that fall apart and you're going into a new one, don't talk about what the person did to you. It don't make no sense. What you're supposed to do is sit and look at what did you do to the person. I saw me look on it, because you see, if you sit and you look at what did the person do to you, it now gonna make the relationship that you're going to go in better. But if you can look and you can say, okay, then maybe I did this wrong in this relationship. Let me try not to do it in this one. Try to have an understanding to see how you can improve on yourself. And the only way you can do that is if you know the reason why the person did it. Sometimes people will say, I don't have no reason to forgive the person. But you see, really and truly, we have to really sit and think about it, because even that young lady that came on social media and said that her child don't have a dad. You see, if she sit and think it through, maybe she will realize that what she said don't make no sense. Because how are you going to say that about a baby that is not even one yet? You're saying that you're going to rob the child now, of having the father in the life. How is that going to help the relationship that you and the child is going to have? You think it's going to strengthen that relationship? It not going to strengthen it. You might think that you're doing the child a favor, but really and truly, no. We tend not to forgive because of our own selfish reason, especially when a child is involved. We tend to not to forgive because of our reason. We don't look at the child well-being. We don't say, okay, this child is going to need a dad in their life. This child is going to need a mother. You just hold on to everything, and no matter what, you just look upon what the person do to you. I look upon what the person do to you. You're not looking at the fact that, okay, maybe if I give this person the chance to be in the child life, this person can be a good dad. You realize that the person is a good dad, and you know that, okay, when the child around, the child will love the dad. You don't want that because you have up the person, so you want to make the person life miserably, Whole heap of time, and that are the main thing. That is the only intention. You want to make the person life miserable, not realizing another person life you make miserable. I feel. So you are hurt up yourself. Yeah, so you're not gonna put the pitney through this. You're not helping the child. You're not helping the child. You see, even when you look, oh Lord, I'm not even about to say that. Even when you look at certain individuals, they will tell you that, okay, the reason why I don't like this person, or when you sit and you listen, you realize that, okay, they try to give this person a recommendation, or they try to tell this person how they're supposed to run the business. They try to tell this person what they're supposed to do. And because the person decided that, guess what, I am going to do it my way, you realize that this person now have up the person, and I say, oh, the person might use them, take them idea and do this, Remember, you give the person your idea, the person say, okay, me I go put a little tweak on it and do it my way and so forth. You might be vexed and have up the person every step of the way because yeah, say a your business idea. You try tear down the person business. You try tear it down, not realizing that what is happening to you, is that you are tearing down your business, your brand. I get damaged more than anything else. So whole heap of we hold the grudge, and we say no, it nah do nothing to it. It nah do nothing to it. You have some woman, then say them forgive the person, but then forgive the person, and yet still, when them see the person, you see the face start make up, then start kiss them teeth, then start grumble. So if you forgive the person, why are you doing all of that? You don't need to be doing all of that if you forgive the person. If you forgive the person, when you see the person, it's not supposed to come like nothing. You see the person left, you stick to your right, and you continue on your merry way. That's why me always say, love at a distance. Because anytime somebody do you anything, you forgive them, but make sure that you don't put back yourself in that same position for the person to hurt you. Anytime you put back yourself in the position for the person to hurt you, you never learn from it. You never learn from it. I remember there was this story about a lady, I think she was in Westmoreland, that died. She went to a party and her spouse basically killed her. And what they said is that maybe it was a couple months before, she and the man had a big fight. Big one, people get involved, police get involved, and everything, And they said this wasn't the first time because it was something that the person was doing to her quite frequently. And the lady went back into the relationship. And guess what happened? Right now, her bone they right white. She 6 feet under. She gone. She there in the other land. If I saw it go, she not there here again. Because she said that maybe she said, you know what, let me forgive him. But she forgive him and she go back right in the same situation. That's the reason why I always say, forgive but love at a distance. So you see, when somebody do you something, love them at a distance. Nobody go back, go, especially when you have some friends, you have some people and they will tell you, oh, I'm a friend for years, and I'm a friend this, and I'm a friend that, Yes, when that same person that talk about them friend, when that person turn them back, you see that same friend, them a stab. Them just did it, and then just a stab the person in the back. And this person now eventually might find out that the person is doing that to them. I tarnish them name, tarnish them brand, cuss them out, and I say this and all sort of something, They forgive the person. And then say, you know what? We are come from far. We are going to forgive her because of this. And they continue. Sometimes when they go back to the relationship, the same thing again. They find out again, all right, I'm a friend this for 20 years, may I forgive her? No. It happened twice. Not forgive the person and then go back into the same relationship, expecting that the person is going to change, expecting that this is my friend for 20 years, for 15 years. We are good like that. It happened once, you forgive the person. If the person did sorry, for what they did to you, the person wouldn't continue to do it again. So you forgive the person and you move on with your life. Forgive the person and love the person at a distance. You know, go sit down and chat with the person. You know, go sit down and tell the person all of your business and so forth. And that is where a lot of us go wrong. We forgive the individuals, and because you say you forgive them, you decide that, okay, this person is going to be my bosom friend. This person is going to be that. You have to understand, if the person really and truly don't feel the same way about you, they're going to do the same thing again. You have to understand that. And I know everybody when you say look at you and smile, I know all of them are your friend. I know everybody who you sit down and you eat with, I know all of them are your friend. No expect that the woman who you lie down next to have the best at heart for you. Sometimes some of them lie down and them are thinking and them back of them head this and that. You just have to understand that. You have some man, me don't know how them so brave. Them boof baff the woman, and yet still when night come, then go lie down side of the woman. You think the woman forgive you for it? No. And sometimes when you hear females do certain things, that's the reason why them have up the person in a them heart. And then when the person come again, then just leave, then just give the person everything. Then can't hold it in anymore. And that's the reason why sometimes we have certain outbursts because the cup full and it just start running over. So sometimes you might go to one person, and you say one thing. Oh, what is that on your forehead? It don't look good. Guess what? The person ready for go take you on. Or you just simple walk and you bounce the person. Next thing you know, the person start give you a proper beating. And you wonder when me do the person. No, the person have you up long time. The person have you up long, long, long time. And the same thing when you go back to relationship too. Sometimes the woman them have up the man them because the man never pay one bill. The man did go here so with him friend them. The man never give her no money or something, and when him come and him say, but wait, the house dirty. Oh Lord, where you go say that for? No say that. Because right there, the argument are gonna start and everything because the person have it in the heart, the person never let go. The person still have your hope. So that's the reason why, to me, it's always best when somebody do you wrong, forgive them and move on. When you not forgive them, you're going to hurt yourself even more than before. So just learn to forgive them. If a whole heap of people, what we say, did forgive certain individuals, this world would be a much better place, much better place. When you hear some petty things, what make people they behind bars, when you hear some madness, I wonder this person was thinking properly. Person not think, person not think. When you're in the classroom sometime, and you hear students say certain thing, you have to say, but wait, we must get her. We did in the line and the girl skip the lunch line. Skip line, and at them something they cause fight. Because one pick them right there in front of and the next one skip the line and an argument. Step on the clocks, argument. Because they don't know how to let go. And that is what is causing a lot of the problem that we have right now. They don't know how to let go. I see this lady and keep on every time. I'm not so why. Every time you hear the person come out, the person start to say certain things and a cuss and I'm like, why? Why this person always attack this man? It's like she sit and she wait upon the man to do something. Or when the man remember so she exists. She sit and then I remember one day someone sent me and said, listen to this, and I listened. And I listened to the lady saying that they used to be friends. They used to sit on the phone and discuss a particular individual. And she has basically I said, no, him gone join the particular individual that they used to sit and discuss. And she did it and she had cussing and I'm like, okay then. Because right there you realize that this lady, who's supposed to be a big businesswoman, because she and this other individual was plotting, trying to bring down one, and then the person went, find out about the person now, and turn against the one that was doing it. You realize that she have up that one too, and start trying to see how she can bring him. That's how we are. That's how we are as human beings. Some have good intention. We don't make certain things offend us, or we just understand humans and know say it's a part of life. Not everyone is going to be in agreement with you. Not everyone you and them is going to have the same belief. You see, when you look at it, even in religion, the Bible tells us that we have to forgive people, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. And yes, when you look on the Bible, you have to say, so why this a person never forgive this a person? Because you realize that this is the book that is telling you that you must forgive. But yet still, when you look at certain of the stories, you realize that, okay, if this person did forgive this person, maybe this nation and so forth wouldn't be warring at each other. If this person did forgive this person, maybe this person wouldn't have to do that to that person. But as I said before, the belief. Everybody will have different belief. So uno no bother beg because of one person do no, it rob no. Don't do that. Because if you're going to do that, you will never ever be happy. If you're going to sit and you're going to dwell on what your ex do, you will never enjoy your Valentine's day or night. You won't, because you're going to continue remembering all the bad that you had in that relationship. We have to understand, say, every man different, every woman different. So you might encounter a man, the man might treat you good. You might encounter another one, he might not treat you good. Everybody different. So no matter sit down and say, oh, all right, we know him for years. We can't go bother if we go move on. Because that is the problem sometimes. You have a lot of people that sit in a bad relationship because then say, them know the person for years, then can't bother if we go start a new relationship. No. They don't forgive the person for all the wrongs that the person has done to them, but yet still they are sitting in the relationship same way. So because them remember everything from the relationship start with the person do wrong, So every time the person do something, you're gonna realize, you think me not remember last year where you and such. Oh, something when me do last year coming out now. Sometimes as females, we tend to go back as far as all 2 5 years down the line. You think me not remember when me did pregnant, or you did say this, and oh you never do that. Okay then. That was a long time ago. But as so we stay. So we stay. You have some man and then with the woman now, and then every little thing the woman do. Oh, you think me never know, say, when you did a talk to John, me and you did a talk and everything. So, oh, me if you believe now, say, me are the only man where you have all of them little things there. So, we just have to understand people have different belief. No make nobody rob you of your happiness. You have some people, they're sitting down with a long list, a wait on that person if you come, all right. The person here must be in a good job. The person they must have their house. The person they must have $3 million in the bank account. The person must have an investment account. The person must be able to give me this. And a long list, And when you check it out sometime, when you look on for them list, all them have, okay then, pretty hair, pretty face, nice figure. Nothing more. And when they're sitting on, they look them tell you say, every man me get are the same thing. My ex do it to me, you go do it to me too. Try to understand the reason why the ex did it. Because sometimes, the man them tired of the box food. Then tired. Sometimes they just want to go home to a home cooked meal. And you can't cook. You not try for watch a video on YouTube to learn. So you can't cook. So every time you come home, guess what? It's either KFC, juicy beef, tasties, some food from around the road. That's what he's getting. And you might be sitting there and you are saying, no, you're in this relationship. You're going to say everybody do that and so forth. You're still looking back at what they do to you. And you don't understand that maybe, okay then, let me try to be different in this relation. Let me treat him different. Let me try to cook. Let me try. You come with the same thing, and because you come with the same thing again, guess what is going to happen? The relationship now gone away. It now gone away, Sometimes you have some woman and them come out of the relationship them. And as one relationship start, them say, oh no, you're gone. Okay then, say do the same thing like when my ex-husband gone. Say do the same thing like when my ex-wife did gone. And I just saw you realize that you don't give anybody the chance to get to know you. You don't give them the chance to prove themselves to you. And sometimes when you do that, you just run. Yeah, run left one good man because of what the past relationship did to you. Because you don't forgive that person, you still have it up in you. Sometimes some of the miseries, sometimes some of the most miserable set of people them are the set of individuals will have up everybody. You ever talk to somebody and them tell you say, oh, my next door neighbor, me not chat to them. And you say, okay, you talk to that one day. No, me not talk to you talk to that one. No, me not talk. And you say, but wait. So you alone have 4 neighbors and not one of the neighbors you and them live good with? Where that I tell you about them? Something wrong with them. Because imagine all 4 of them you have problem with. Them go work, them and say, me can't stand my co-worker them. The whole of them are this. So how everybody and this a person have a problem? Then they at church, nobody can talk to them. They not even want to say howdy. Them are everybody. And you see when you check a stack, guess why? They might carry all of the trauma from the past relationships and they bring it. They might remember what all of the church sisters them do to them. They remember what this one do to them. And because of that, they have this thing against females. Because whole heap of woman when then just look for a woman and say the woman bad mind, woman love gossip, woman love this. Why? Because they encounter one that was like that. So because they encounter that one did them something wrong, they don't realize you have others who are different. You have others who have no bad feelings towards you. They might just make one simple mistake. You might take it the wrong way, have up the person, and right there, because you have up the person, cause you to lose out on a good relationship, a good friendship, because of the one thing. So we just have to understand that everybody different belief, different intention. Some people come in a relationship. Some of them, when they come in a relationship, then come because them just a look for have a good time. Some maybe then come because them see the lady, them like the lady. Some because they want one woman to take care of them or one man to take care of them. Or some they just look at the woman and they say, "Wow, I want that lady. That is a good woman. I want that woman to be my woman or my wife." But because you know, believe say every man is out because of what you can provide, then out forget you because of the little money where you have. You have that person. No, you start treat that person like crap. You cuss out the person day in, day out. And we as females, we tend not to realize, you're gonna have some man out there. Guess what? The man are gonna be a good man in spite of how you treat them. Because sometimes you have to wonder sometimes if they not have, it's like no matter how the woman then talk to them still with the woman, then nah left the woman. Then still I love the woman. Because some of them just understand. Say it's because of what that person did to them, make them have that. And we as females, we're not looking into it. You don't look into it and say, boy, look how me treat him bad last night. And yet still ma talk to me today. And just go apologize and say, I'm sorry. So him can feel comfortable too. So you expect now, say, no matter what you do, this person supposed to talk to you. You're not supposed to say sorry. The person just supposed to forgive you just like that. And you don't realize that somebody down the line did you something wrong and you're still holding on to the person. You don't realize say, the person has said sorry to you, and that's the reason why I know you don't want to go and say sorry to somebody because you're saying that, but that a person never apologized to me, so why should I apologize to you? And that alone right there cause problem in relationship just by saying, not saying, I'm sorry. So we just have to understand forgiveness, it not gonna do you no good when you not forgive somebody. So you just have to understand to forgive people. If you want to live a happy life, forgive people. Because when you hold on to things and you don't forgive them, you have nothing to get from that. But heartache, headache, footache, backache, all sort of ache. That is what you're going to get from not forgiving individuals. But when you forgive them, you're going to realize that you're able to live free. You're able to not carry grudge. You're able to see people and just understand them for who they are and just know, say, guess what? Life goes on. You just have to understand that there is good, better, best in this life. And you just move on from it. You forgive the person, but, go back. Go say you're going to lay down and, no. Forgive the person, love them from a distance. If you have a child, forgive the person with the child in mind. Don't hold on to what the person did to you because of your selfish intention. Don't do that. Look at what's best for the child at all times, because it now go help you or the child none at all. And sometimes the pitney go grow up and the pitney go hate you because you rob them of having that relationship with their dad. So you just have to understand that. So guys, I'm going to leave right here. Good night. Bosco, Jobs, good night. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. I have work tomorrow, so I won't stay long. So thank you so much for joining. And please remember, Forgiveness is always the better option. When you hold on to grudge, to hurt, it causes more harm. So forgive just as how you expect God to forgive you. Because it's when we look upon it, people, every day we commit sin, every God day we sin. And yet still, we're expecting to wake up tomorrow. We expect to continue on our merry way. And today you sing, tomorrow you sing. And God forgive you. So do the same thing to people. Just forgive them. Understand that people have different belief. Nobody brain. And all of us think differently. Simple put it like that. So forgive people and move on with your life. Don't hold on to anything, because when you hold on, it's like you put your entire life at pause because of what this person did to you. While the person is out there enjoying them life and live the best life, you're sitting there, have up the person and cuss out the person, not enjoying your happiness. So thank you so much for joining. Please hit the like button, guys. Have a pleasant good night, all.